All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to this Breaky CPK cast. That is right. This is Breaky CPK here. I'm going to be your host for this broadcast here. Now, quick explanation of what I'm doing here. So, first off, hello and thank you for watching this video here. If you are. My name is Breaky CPK. I'm actually a Heroes of Newerth caster, or I have been for the last 6+ years here. However, Dota has always been a passion of mine as well. Of course, the game Heroes of Newerth, for anyone that knows, comes off of, or really is based off of Dota in the first place. Very heavily involved with the Dota scene. In fact, a lot of top-tier Dota 2 players even have come from the Han scene, of course. So, anyways, I just very recently, in fact, as I'm making this video here, I literally yesterday, I made the official announcement that I'm going to be moving on to other adventures. I'm leaving my full-time job with Frostburn Studios to pursue other adventures in the esports and casting and streaming industry, basically. So now one of the obvious choices is, well, Dota 2. No doubt, I'm heavily involved as far as the community, as far as a lot of people that may be there. A lot of fans of mine have suggested that I cast Dota 2, and frankly, I love the game. I really do. So. This is me basically literally the day after being like, you know what, if I'm going to be casting Dota 2, I better start getting some freaking practice. So that's essentially what I'm doing here. I'm literally just doing that. I know I'm not live streaming this. I'm just doing video for now because technically I'm not going to be starting my live stream stuff until another week or so. But I wanted to, get some content out there, kind of give you guys an idea of who I am and maybe what to expect as far as more on the casting and the hype side itself. Now, as far as knowledge side, I will struggle a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Again, this is still a very new game for me as far as casting goes. Now, I've watched a lot of Dota 2, but as far as casting it, this is literally I did one mock cast before this that I'm not showing, just because I was kind of practicing some stuff. But this will be my first one that I actually publicly show. So bear with me. Feel free to leave feedback in the comments as far as what I was wrong on and stuff. I'm all about constructive criticism for sure. Anyways, point is, I literally jumped into a random public match. This is a random public match. It's one of the higher ones on the watch list. I think it might have been the highest one even. Anyways, I jumped in figuring why not just start casting it. It was just about to start. So here we are. This matchup of the Titans, we'll call it. No, really, I know Pycat here. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a pretty, of course, famous player on the Dota 2 competitive scene. So, going to be casting him here. He's playing the good old gyrocopter coming out. So, let's go through the lineups here. We got the Tiny IO combination. I know this is a very strong one at that. Very gank heavy. Of course, Tiny. Very ganking hero. IO has the ability to port, and it just naturally works out. So looking forward to seeing how this works here in favor of the Radiant side. At the top lane, we got a Lich King, a.k.a. Lich, playing the suicide role, the long lane role. I guess, I don't know if suicide role is necessarily a term that's used in Dota 2, so we'll say long lane for now, until I'm corrected on that or whatnot. The bottom lane, we have Drow Ranger as the carry, being supported by Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, a fairly popular support from what I've seen as well. Drow Ranger with that precision are leveling it up. The Frost Arrow as well for harassment. Speaking of the Dire side, let's start going into them a little bit. You see Shadow Demon throwing a little harassment out on a Darkseer, who is part of that Dire team over here, playing in the long lane himself. He's taking some heavy harassment. Does have 3 charges on him of the Shadow Poison. But I think Darkseer should be able to escape out of this. I don't see enough chase. I mean, you see the pings coming out, telling mid to maybe come in, but they're busy trying to deal with the middle lane here between Omni Knight and Pudge. This is a combination that takes me back to the early Dota days, I'll say that. I used to run this very combo myself quite a bit with some friends. The idea, you throw the charm on a Pudge, he has that rot activated, he's not hurting himself, yet he's hurting the enemy. So it's a very strong combo. I assume it still works the same. Of course, the heal that Omni Knight brings, and its ultimate, one of the stronger ultimates in the game. I think you could argue, and I don't think I'm wrong saying that, despite my lack of Dota 2 knowledge. I still feel that that's probably a thing here in the Dota 2 scene. Not necessarily a popular hero, but doesn't mean its ultimate can't be considered one of the strongest. Anywho, so speaking of the lineup, so Pudge, by the way, he's in a lot of trouble here. Did he get tossed in? He might actually fall for the first kill here. Yes, the first blood. It's going to happen. Who's going to get it? It looks like we'll go in favor of this Radiant team. You see Morphling attempting to assist, but now he might find himself in some trouble. IO did a great job of keeping the heal support up, putting some damage out himself. Morphling, one auto attack. Oh my god, he'll barely live right there in the end. So using all of that strength gain right there to make sure to stay alive. You see he was up to nearly 1,300 life, 1,220 life even, but does actually survive. Has that wind lance here as well to help with a little bit of movement speed, giving some difference. I guess Tiny also has a wind lance himself, but in the end, not enough. You see the bottle from Io. Going to go ahead and bottle the 4-minute rune, which will be a bounty rune at the top lane. Bottom rune is a double damage. You see Shadow Demon going to cover that. But yeah, Gyrocopter at the top lane as a carry. Morphling, where the hell is Morphling playing actually? Is he a support? Is that a thing? Morphling support? No, he's carrying, right? Or playing more of a mid-roll as they're trying to chase right here, but not going to happen. I guess Pudge is more of that support, you know, ganker in the end, but what is Morphling doing? Because they have Omni Knight, obviously, as more of a support as well for the Gyrocopter to carry. It seems like Pudge is the one getting some farm here, so obviously, again, this being a public match, can't really look too much into strategy. I mean, it's the players are going to kind of, you know, make do with what they got, I guess. Yeah, Pudge does seem like he's taking most of the farm here, so I guess maybe more of a support-ish Morphling coming out. Which, you know what, now that I think about it, I think I have seen that as somewhat of a thing. I think he's kind of one of those heroes that can be played heavy support or even heavy carry if you need him to. Again, I might sound stupid right now, but I'm doing my best to kind of break down what I'm seeing in front of me here. Lich here at the top lane, Omni Knight nearby. Ping's coming out. They know he's here. He's not doing the greatest job of actually hiding right here. If I knew which key to press to actually show just the vision of the one team, then I would be pressing it right now. But alas, I do not. Is this the thing? Nope, that's definitely not what I was looking for. To figure that out here in the future. For my great camera control. Pudge, middle lane. He's going to go for the hook. Going to swing and a miss right there. On to Io. Io chasing him down. Those balls rotating around just not long enough, though, to catch him. Shadow Demon puts the Morphling in the trap. And Morphling going to use that strength game, but I don't see him getting out of this one. No, indeed. Io actually credit for the kill right there and takes care of business. Io actually has gotten both the kills here this game, including the first blood, of course. That happened a little bit earlier. So he's getting some nice farm early on to help support this Tiny here. Oh, top lane. Gyrocopter nearly escaping. Does get a heal thrown to him from Omni Knight. Only a level 1 heal, though, so not really the most powerful heal at that. You do see the Wraith Band early on a Pycat. But yeah, he's going to throw out another one, but Pycat just not feeling comfortable. He's like, you know what, Omni Knight, take over the lane. I'm going to head back and do my regen thing. So it's almost like that mana was wasted, honestly, from Omni Knight. Kind of awkward there, but hey, at least he tried. But yeah, the repel, that's right. I was calling it the charm earlier, but the repel ability from Omni Knight. Gonna try to pressure Lich, but you're level 3 against a level 7 Lich right here. That seems pretty dangerous spot to be in. In fact, Omni Knight might be in trouble right here big time. Tiny's rotating over. Omni Knight knows something's probably up. Has that mana potion currently activated, and there is a port coming in. Is sure enough the Gyrocopter. So Gyrocopter is here to perhaps help, but yeah, Io and Tiny already heading back towards the middle lane. Look at that damage though on a Pycat already from Lich. I mean, he has another nuke coming up in 2 seconds. Frost Blast going to be used right here. Not going to be enough for a kill, but man, this Lich seems like he's, I don't want to say dominating, but he's having a very good time here at the top lane. Yeah, you see Gyrocopter, only 2,000 net worth. Last hitting-wise, 39 and 14 for the Lich here at that top lane. Gyrocopter in comparison, 25 and 1. So definitely the Lich right here is having a fantastic time at the top lane. Of course, the ability to deny, kind of get that lane control with that sacrifice here. Powerful attribute as well. Bottom lane, Shadow Demon, he's hugging the trees. Morphling attempting to try to finish him off, but not enough. You see, missed a little bit of action down there. Back to the top lane. Speaking of action, there's not much up here either. Oh, the hook right there. Again, trying to be landed by Pudge, but in the end coming up just short. Lich able to avoid it. Drow Ranger has moved towards the top lane, so you see Drow up here now. Kind of pushing it out. Her farm 46 and 22. She's got a 3,300 gold net worth. Obviously looking very good. There's the hook to land. And Lich will be taken out. The silence from Drow is not enough. 4 heroes being here, not much more that Drow could have done. So that's going to give the point, though, to Tiny now to push this middle tower, get the tower kill most likely, knowing that there was 4 heroes at that top lane. Shadow Demon even assisting. And sure enough, just a couple more hits should take care of business. Oh, they're coming in, though. But, yeah, the Dire's not going to be able to get there in time. In fact, Omni Knight, he poured into a pretty bad spot. The hook also hits Morphling. That coordination, not the finest we've ever seen here in the game that is Dota 2. So, good to miss right there. But nice tower kill coming out for this Radiant, or Dire side, excuse me. No. Yes. No, Radiant side, excuse me. Left side, Radiant side. Gonna have to get used to simple things like that even. Drow Ranger top lane. Setting up something here. It's just the Darkseer, so it doesn't look like it. Definitely needs some assistance. Pink is rotating over. It's just Omni Knight, though. Not much he can bring there, unfortunately. But yeah, the farm on Tiny, he continues to lead the way. Where is he at as far as his items? 2230 gold saved up, so that Blink Dagger just about there. And that with the IO, it's going to really start snowballing here in favor of the Radiant. You do see middle lane. Morphling. Uh-oh. You're dead, buddy. Oh, he actually initially gets out of there with the waveform, but the toss to secure the kill, and there is the Blink Dagger purchased right after the kill happened. So the wave dash right there, not enough. That's what it's called? Waveform, excuse me. Waveform right there by Morphling, not enough to actually escape. Gyrocopter running away. He's going to throw down his ultimate, actually, onto Lich, as well as the port-in right there. So well played by Gyrocopter, actually helping him escape a little bit right there. The port-in not enough to secure the kill, but now Shadow Demon chasing the Darkseer here in the meantime. Tiny, oh, the stun, but the Shadow Demon had used his ball right there to disruption. So unfortunately, not going to be able to land a combo. Darkseer, however, still in some trouble, and yes, he's going to go down. He puts the wall out. Lich actually going to run right through it as if he doesn't care, but now here comes Spycat with the Gyrocopter. Looking to chase down. Not enough he can do, though. Will we see a hook landed? No, we will not. Got to say the Pudge has struggled a little bit landing some of these hooks.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I actually just came from watching another game where the Pudge was freaking on fire with his hooks. This one's a little easier to land when the target's stunned initially. So well played right there by this Dire side. It's still got IO, Shadow Demon, and Tiny nearby. IO again really showing off their presence right there with that Spirits of hers. I guess calling the magical balls. More appropriate name would be the Spirits. Top lane though, Drow Ranger though, pushing that top lane, the top tower in, does have a Dragon Lance already purchased to go with the Ring of Aquila as well as the Power Treads. Yeah, aka her farm looking strong, but so is Tiny's. Now he hasn't necessarily been able to set up a successful gank just yet. In fact, where the hell is this Blink Dagger? Still not on. I assume it's on the courier. Yeah. Okay, so being delivered right here, maybe that has something to do with it. He purchased it about a minute or two now ago even, but having that delivered at least. See the 4-2 lead in favor of this Radiant side. Omni Knight kind of pushing up a little bit right here. But you see, yeah, throws the repel on himself immediately as Shadow Demon goes in as if he's going to throw out a disruption or whatnot. At least some farm is open up for Darkseer here at the top lane, I guess. Speaking of that, 2,700 gold net worth. Let's have a soul ring here. See middle lane, Omni Knight again continuing to take some pressure. As the Lich is the reason for that. Top tower. Speaking of pressure, the tower taking a little bit of that, but going to be fine. Middle lane, Pink's coming out. Lich, he is going to be hooked right there. The dismember, no, not enough actually. Or he doesn't even have it. That would be wild. I was wondering why it didn't go off. Now here comes the portal from Tiny and IO. Down goes the Pudge. But Gyrocopter, the Pig Ultimate himself, he's going to at least get one kill. He gets the one kill right there. That call down was huge. And the Morphling also trying to assist. I'm thinking Tiny, that's big. No, the port out is in time by the IO Tiny combination back to the bottom lane. So, hey, they got the Lich though. Gyrocopter will be happy with that as he goes back to middle now to continue his farm. Another 2,000 gold saved up on him. You know, with that Wraith Band, the Phase Boots now purchased. You see the drums, actually, Drum of Endurance, coming out from the Lich here after his death. So nice team support item there. Gyrocopter doing his best to keep up some farm. 4,600 gold saved up. Does that a Yasha? Yeah, it does have his Yasha now. So I assume going to see a Manta style going to be coming out. Oh, the hook from Pudge at the top lane. Going to miss right there. Another swing and a miss situation. Tiny and Io heading over. You see the pings happening. Tiny has that blink dagger, though. Doesn't even need it. Throws out the stun. Easily gets a kill. And Pudge is like, here, have more. He hooks him in. However, the call down from Gyrocopter. It's not enough, though, as they did a good job of scattering away. Did the Radiant. But now they're still hanging around. I mean, Lich has his ultimate? No, he does not have his Chain Frost, so never mind. But still, with the Dark Seer down, not a fight that this Dire team is looking to take right now. So the top tower, it's going to take some good pressure. Drow, look at that distance, man. That is ridiculous. Able to sit out of that tower range. Pound away at it. Does have the Claymore now purchased. What is he building? Dragonlance Claymore?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, we're looking at the Hurricane Pike right here. Maybe. Well, the Dragonlance itself, I guess, is not too bad for stat-wise, but I was building to something else. We'll see what good old Drow gets. Again, this is one of those, I know for a lot of people, it may make me look dumb kind of doing that situations, but I'm learning. That's the whole process here. Lich, trying to get away, does have the team support to do so, and he will be fine. Didn't even need the Chain Frost right there. Enough from the Io Tiny combination. They were quick, ready to go. Morphling, can he put at a time? No, he cannot. Is the answer. He goes down. A killing spree indeed is Excalibur on this Tiny. You see the Morphling is like, well, hello. Yeah, not much you can do there. The 3 kills happening. Another tower push is going to be happening as well. This lead is getting out of control. Again, this is the snowball effect of the Io Tiny combination, obviously. Going full throttle right here. You see the Drow also now picking up her Shadow Blade. That's what that Claymore turns into. Shadow Blade to go with the Dragonlance. And looking to take up the last outer tower? No. Instead, the Radiant side will kind of clean up some creeps. Maybe? Oh, Sean, no. What just happened there? Oh, Pudge is denied. Okay. So they found Pudge, but the rot enough to deny himself. We're actually getting the kill. Force Staff already purchased, though, on Io. Man, that's a huge pickup for an Io at 15 and a half minutes into the game. That's when you know that the combo's snowballing. Has a Force Staff that earn a Shadows. Magic Stick, that bottle. Just a very heavy farm here in favor of Io to go along with that. In fact, he's the 4th highest net worth in the game. Yeah, not good news at all for this Dire team. Gyrocopter, again, going to have to be the one that leads the way, though. Has he progressed any? Yes, he has. We talked about the Yasha, actually, already, so has that Yasha here. I guess he's going for the Ancient Yasha, and not the Manta style, as he has the Belt of Strength here. Would be my guess, at least. At least for the time being. Lich, level 11, does have a level 2 Chain Frost as a result. Trying to set up in a spot to maybe get a good placement for that. Still 10 seconds left, though, on the cooldown. Throw out some armor in the meantime. Definitely a fight brewing, though, here at the bottom lane. Going to zoom out right here. Tiny just goes right in. He doesn't even care. Repel's put out. The hook will hit Lich, actually. That's not the target he wanted. He has a Chain Frost. He doesn't use it, though. The call down enough to kind of scare them back for the time being. No Chain Frost just used just yet. And the Gyrocopter in the front line. So you see Tiny. He got really low right there. So it is enough to scare off this Radiant side for the time being. But Io, he's going back in. Oh, he is able to dodge the hook. Well played right there. So the Omni Knight presence actually a bit. Omni Knight still has his Guardian Angel as well with that ultimate. So yeah, if you're the Radiant, I don't know if they want to fight this anymore. I mean, they are recharging here. Tiny. He's back to nearly full life. So maybe that's what they're figuring. But no, not going to be worth it, they say. He does have the Echo Saber. Not enough, though. Lich, though, I thought for sure that Chain Frost was coming out after he got pulled in, but chose to save onto it. So, well, what looked like for sure to be a big Team 5 Bruin down here at the bottom lane ends up being nothing. No kills happening from either side instead. So Tiny will kind of peek back out. Once again, Gyrocopter, he's spending a lot of time here at the bottom lane still trying to defend. Maybe he feels pretty safe with that Omni Knight nearby. It's understandable. Obviously, one repel can prevent a lot of damage from this Radiant side right now. Yeah, Shadow Demon nearby as well. Shadow Demon, his Demonic Purge is ready to go. He's going to be hooked in, actually, and he will get taken out. So that's the hook presence of Pudge. Land one of them. Sure enough, you start to gain control. Now, at the top lane, Drow Ranger's like, you know what? Have our Disruptor. Or have our Shadow Demon, excuse me. I'll be busy pushing the top lane and doing my thing. She may want to think about coming down here, though, because They're still going. Oh, wait. That was a gyrocopter picked off. Wow. Missed that kill right there. That must have been some kind of toss combo. So with gyrocopter picked off, now well back in favor of this Radiant side. Omni Knight, they're going on to him. He's going to use his Guardian Angel and just TP out. Not going to happen, though. The mini stun from Lich of the Chain Frost, and now Omni Knight in trouble. Punch hooks in Tiny. That's only going to make things worse, though, it feels like. However, Omni Knight does fall, whether he would have hooked or not. So almost got himself in a deadly spot, though, because of that hook. But again, while in the meantime, we saw just before that, Drow was just busy pushing the top tower in. So looked like a little bit of life there for this Dire team, but clearly not enough. The tower will fall as Excalibur continues to push out the bottom lane now. So now 12-4 hero kill lead, but more importantly, the net worth adding up on the two very significant heroes. Tiny just snowballing out of control. The BKB, it looks like, probably going to be in the works. And then, of course, you got Drow Ranger. She's doing fantastic things herself. Actually has a Mithril Hammer now purchased, so I can do that. Cool. See what that turns into. It could be the... Actually, I would guess the BKB here, right? I guess it could be. It could be any of those items. Probably not the Maelstrom. I don't know if the Maelstrom is too popular. I don't believe it is. But Desolator or the Black Ink Bar. Probably guess Black Ink Bar just to be more the safer route, of course. As they take out Roshan right there. Tiny goes in. Punched one in the air. Not going to be enough, though. Meanwhile, the call down from Gyrocopter. Pretty good placement, actually. But they're getting just so overwhelmed. The levels right now adding up in favor. Pycatch is holding his ground, but it's still not enough. Drow Ranger, he's like, you know what? I got a heart, and he may not even need to use it. It doesn't even matter. The Aegis of the Immortal not even necessary right there. Standing her ground. Thought she was going to die. Doesn't die in the end. Io doing a fantastic job to make sure to keep her alive. As well, I'm sure everyone else. And now you got Darkseer. He's just trying to get the hell out of here with that search ability of his. Does have a wall still to use, so he didn't even get that off in the last fight. Oh boy, he's in trouble right here. Another surge going off. Will he wall right here maybe? Just try to make something happen. No, the vacuum, not enough either. So Tiny chasing him down, then Ag Scepter. You see the the big old log of his is out, so never mind about the BKB. He goes straight for the Ag Scepter. There's the Saint Yasha purchased by Gyrocopter, but again, I don't think it's going to really matter at this point. They're going to go right into the base. What can this Dire team do right here, right now? Omni Knight, no ultimate from him. He's going to throw the repel. Oh, the ultimate is coming up, actually. Io will be picked off, so again, the hook presence. I guess as long as they have that, they can still hold on the upgrade. Oh, the hook goes right through Shadow Demon, it felt like, as there's the disruption on a Pudge. But meanwhile, over here, Shadow Demon, he actually does manage to escape. Pycat, it is going to be enough to escape as well. The repel able to help him get the hell on out of there. Drivers are getting fairly low. Silence comes out, though, putting the auto attacks on a Morphling. That should be a kill. Yeah. Easy kill in the end from Drow. Morphling got a little too cocky right there. Doesn't seem like Morphling's having the greatest game himself. Yeah, I mean, playing more of that supportish role. Also the one that's talking the most in chat. That's when you know that they're on a little bit on tilt here. A little bit on tilt, perhaps. But yeah, game in total control right now of this Radiant side. You see Tiny just going over to clear up some creep wave, or excuse me, some creep camp in the meantime. The hold attempt continuing, though. I mean, another call down is ready to go. I guess the hold side of this, in fact, a nice hook right there on a Lich. Is he going to go down? Throws out the... Yeah, never mind. Chain Frost is already used, so didn't even have that. I don't know what Lich was thinking there, honestly. He was a little too YOLO right there. I mean, they do... Drow Ranger still has that Aegis right here, and Pycat got a little too cocky, so both sides a case of maybe getting a little too overconfident. Ends up being a 1-for-1. There's the buyback, though, onto the Gyrocopter. The call down comes out. Drow Ranger, though, pops the BKP, putting out the auto attack. The assist with the toss in the background from Tiny, and down it goes. The Darkseer right there. I had to blank on the name right there. Omni Knight in the meantime healing up, and actually Tiny may be a little too committed now. The overextensions are real this game. The rocket's out. Tiny can get away down the ball, and he's going to be fine. Well played by the Shadow Demon. Able to stop that right there from Gyrocopter. But Gyrocopter still holding his ground. Drow Ranger, she will die for the second time, and that means she's staying dead unless she decides to buy back right here. So the buybacks are real here. On the Dire side, the Shadow Demon gets chased down as well, and actually the buyback from Gyrocopter specifically actually helps turn it in the end. So I guess a throw is definitely a thing in the Dota 2 scene as well. Saw a little bit of that right there. I mean, honestly, both sides, from the Lich kind of just going up himself, getting picked off, to then Gyrocopter kind of pushing out, getting picked. But then the pushing, I mean, you look at the tower, it's still alive. There's no reason for this tower to still be alive right now by this Radiant side. I mean, they were pushing themselves. They just picked up Gyrocopter. Now he popped back. I guess that would have been the cue to get the hell on out of there. But they were diving pretty deep, and they felt the result of it. So now we have Tiny over here. Actually, that's a Hyper Snow now. Is that an Assault Curious in the making? Is that a thing on a Tiny? You know, with that Ag Scepter, it seems like that's a very beastly, especially with the Echo Saber as well. So perhaps the Assault Curious. Is that how it's pronounced? Assault Curious? Assault Cuirass. Assault Cuirass. We'll go Assault Cuirass. In the makings right here, and also in the making, Pudge getting taken out. Easy find right there. I gotta say, this Io's been very impressive. He's been doing a great job of keeping his teammates alive and keeping that beam up on a Tiny especially. And several ports he's had in this game have been solid. All right, looks like they're going to reset and try to break through this bottom lane once and for all now. Oh, never mind. They're going middle. Drow Ranger leading the way. Isles on top of him. Shadow Demon, okay, throws the ball actually as the missile comes in. Now, he did it early, though. Drow Ranger's now stunned. Out comes a call down, but there goes the BKB. Silence Wave on to Omni Knight. Is it going to be enough damage to kill this Gyrocopter? It's not. Good attempt right there, but a little sloppy in the end, though. They get the Rax killed. The melee Rax is still alive, however. Lich does have that Chain Frost to use as well. You see the wall out from Darkseer. It's going to be a scare off. So I think that's the case of Radiant kind of learning their lesson there. They do not want another overextension and team wipe once again. They understand that this game is not won just yet. I mean, still even having the melee Rax up middle. And the Gyrocopter seems like his farm is continuing to be on the up and up here. Has the Ogre Club here. Perhaps a BKB in the making himself. Nope. Is that it? No, that was just a creep wave. Wait, no, that was somebody. Oh, I was on somebody else. That's why I was a little confused there. It has a Dragonlance now finish. Okay. Maybe that was it. Anyways, has a Dragonlance now finish, so more raw damage coming out. Could argue that the BKB would be pretty good this game. I mean, it's a lot. Obviously, now at the same time with Tiny initiating, you know, are you going to be able to realistically have it activated by the time he jumps in? I guess is that that thought process right there. You do see Drow Ranger in the meantime. A couple of Blades of Alacrity, Rope of the Magi. So is that a Nullfire Blade? Or a crap. Now I'm blanking. What is it called? Purge Stick. That thing. Awkward. The equivalent of the Nullfire Blade is what we're going to be seeing. See what he actually purchases it. What actually? Diffusal Blade, that's what it is. God, I knew it was. Just had to click, you know, just had to click. Diffusal Blade, that's what we're going to be seeing here. Yes, Omni Knight, obviously one of those heroes. The Diffusal Blade is almost a necessity against. Get that Repel off, get that Guardian Angel off. Very powerful tool against him. So you see Omni Knight, by the way, now, or a mechanism here. Didn't Darkseer... They don't... Most, yeah. These don't... Now the use of it, does that put a debuff on you like it does in Han, or is it, can you actually use... Is the use of it still stackable? Oh, Shadow Demon, by the way, gets hooked in right here. Nice pick off from Pudge. As we got the Radiant side pushing in. Tiny feeling ballsy right here. Does have the Assault Curious finished. Meanwhile, the background Gyrocopter, he goes for the Lich, actually. He's trying to chase him down. Target is acquired. Gonna put the chase on. There goes the Chain Frost. Will the RNG be in his favor? Not necessarily. Out comes the Rocket now, so Lich is still on the run. Meanwhile, Drow just pushing in the bottom tower, by the way. So this chase, I don't even know if it's worth it anymore. They are going to kill Lich, but you see Drow, he's like, oh, by the way, guys, your base, it's dead. Yeah, so the chase, although successful in the end in that sense, oh, almost even got caught. That would have really been brutal, as the Avalanche is just not in time. And as a result, Gyrocopter will actually escape out of there. But escapes out of the top lane, only to have to run back from the bottom lane. Not the same for Darkseer, though. Omni Knight tried to get there in time. He did have his Guardian Angel, used the mechanism. Not enough, though. If he used the Guardian Angel, probably would have saved him, but that's a big ulti cooldown, of course. You see, meanwhile, Darkseer, oh, she actually does have her Diffusal Blade now as well. So that's something you have to be concerned of, too. But look at Tiny at the top lane, so the split push is real. And I think that's going to be the near end here in favor of the Radiant side now. Not much more the Dire can do at this point. Gyrocopter just not farmed enough. That's another 2,000 gold saved up, but they're going to be dealing with the mega creeps coming up soon, I'm sure. Oh, nice pick on a Drought Ranger, actually. Wish we saw it happen. Io. Yep, helping to turn on a Pudge right here. Pudge is kind of standing his ground. Out comes a disruption from Shadow Demon. Pudge, though, he will survive. Io.
Fortified.
What the hell did Io go? Ported back? Yeah, ported back. Right here, and now he's trying to join the team once again. Drought is staying dead. Chain Frost, by the way. Oh, boy, that's a bad bounce right there. The repels used, trying to do everything to survive, but down goes Pudge. Shadow Demon, nice disruption on himself, by the way. Also, no, that was on the Lich, actually, to save him. Oh, the cleanup is real. Tiny got to help with the auto attacks in a Darkseer. And that now should probably officially do it. So it looks like the Radiant side is going to be victorious over the Dire here in this public matchup that I just randomly jumped into and have no investment in whatsoever. But it was fun, and that's what matters. So had a fun, somewhat quicker game, only about a 30-minute match here. Can't say I'm complaining about that one. Anyways, so that is looks like I should start wrapping things up here. So I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in and checking out my one of my initial broadcasts here, my initial VOD at least, of the casting some Dota 2. So again, and to really reiterate, this is just the beginning. I know, we saw that game. I have a lot to learn though. Still a lot of frankly names in general. I'm going to have to really start to get more and more used to. I'm going to do my best. Strategy is obviously a big thing. Really knowing abilities. It's all going to be things that I'm really learning. But this is part of the process, man. This is part of the process. You know, I'm not afraid to show that. It was the same thing with Han for me. You know, if I didn't understand something or know something, I was not afraid to point it out. And, you know, really refer to either the community or my co-caster, of course, especially having one on great for that situation. So I'm here to learn. I'm here to get better. And hopefully you guys are excited to learn with me. To learn with me, I guess, and on this journey here. Of casting some Dota 2 amongst some other stuff perhaps, but some Dota 2 specifically for now. I really am excited to start getting into. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Look forward to more content coming both on my YouTube channel as well as my Twitch channel. Of course, I plan to start streaming on my Twitch channel September 16th. I'm having my official debut stream, becoming a full-time streamer and getting into casting other esport titles such as Dota 2, of course. So be sure to check that out, guys. I'm going to be doing a live AMA on my stream then, as well as honestly probably going to be casting some Dota 2 stuff, just some fun stuff there. So look forward to having some fun with that. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the flip side. That's what the cool guys say, right? Take it easy, guys.